Good morning, Unity Bay Area, Houston. We got a lot of, all this fall weather has got us all riled up, doesn't it? All that kind of buzz of energy, it's so great. Well, welcome everybody, so great to have you here. And those of you that are joining us online right now or at some future date, we want to welcome you too, and for you to know that you're a part of the energy of this community. Unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus and the power of prayer, as we know, and we honor the universal truth that is in all religions and respect each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. And we're so grateful that you've chosen to be here in Unity today with us. And really want to, I'm going to take just a moment before we go into our affirmation. I want to just acknowledge the ofrenda that we have here for Dia de los Muertos, and we had a beautiful experience last night together, and I know many are still celebrating so many different, we've got All Hallows Eve, we've got All Saints Day, we've got all the different experiences of recognition that the veil is thin, and that we are in a time of honoring our ancestors and honoring those that have gone before us. And so I just think it's important to, if you have, you know, like an idea of a person that you want to honor, an ancestor, just visualize them here with us today as well as we go through this service. And let's honor all of those that have gone before us in this day. You'll get to see the kids. We're invited to continue to wear their costumes because, you know, it's only 2 days after Halloween. So those costumes get put on for a while, right? And so, but we're grateful to get to share that. And you may see some of the adults back there too, dressed up. So we are grateful for all the ways that we honor and celebrate life and its many dimensions. So together, our affirmation today is, I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Together, I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Atesoro los recuerdos de mis seres queridos. I don't know if, did I get that right, you guys? All right. Atesoro los recuerdos de mis seres queridos. Kind of close. Y'all did good. All right, we're in a new month. So some new songs this month. So let's rise and join Ellen and Art for Swing Wide the Doors.
Good morning, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love. It's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I've learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Welcome, everyone. Wow, that was amazing. My name is Dawn Pence. I'm so glad you joined today. Let us begin our service as we affirm our statement of truth. There is one power, presence and one power in the universe and in me, God the good omnipotence. Prayer is the core practice that Unity teaches. It's our constant connection to divinity. Our prayer chaplains pray for your request for 30 days, and our prayers are sent to Silent Unity to be prayed on at the same time. And that's double prayer power, yes. The prayer request forms are in the foyer. So today's prayer chaplains are Ronnie Kennedy, and Ronnie is right over here to my left, and Mary Helen Merzbacher, which is right behind her. Wow, how convenient. Got a lot of prayer chaplain energy right there. All right, so you can meet Mary Helen near the prayer room, which is in the back corner here, after the service for one-on-one prayer. And Ronnie will lead us in a group prayer before our meditation. And for our digital viewers, whether you seek peace or have gratitude to express, please click the request prayer button in your bulletin, or you may leave a prayer request through Facebook Messenger. And now I'm going to welcome Carolyn Conley up to read the prayer chaplain blessing of the month, followed by Reverend Kyra with opening prayer.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to be here as a member of the Unity Bay Area Houston Chaplain Committee, and I was privileged to be asked to write a prayer on our truths with universal religions. So please keep in mind that we are 5 principles and that we know that one is encompassing the allness. Dear Unity family. Dear Unity family, praying together we give thanks for our Unity teachings to honor the universal truths in all religions. Daily, we practice our individual responsibility to greet each person with an open heart and an accepting mind. Mahatma Gandhi shared that our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. Experience our cornucopia of world religions inspires creativity. Kofi Annan knew that we may have different religions, different languages, different colored skin, but we all belong to one human race. Our wisdom nurtures peace and collaboration. Living mutual respect, our wise approaches benefit all religious traditions. We pray together now in this moment, knowing we are called to remember oneness in all the earth, in all our solar system, in all the universe. Amen.
Thank you, Carolyn. That was beautiful. As you know, interfaith is a passion of mine. I'm actually going up to Unity Village this week to do a presentation on interfaith to our Unity World headquarters and look at things we can do with interfaith for the future of our Unity movement. And you know that I actually founded the I have a lot of power coming through today, is that I actually founded the Clear Lake, the Interfaith Council of Greater Clear Lake area. And so we are going to be looking at some projects this spring to do with the interfaith group, and I hope y'all will join in on that as well. And so we do know it's a powerful part of our acknowledging our oneness and finding ways to unify with all faiths and traditions in the ways that they serve and the ways that they celebrate the divine. And we are grateful for that. So let us take a moment and move into this time of prayer, where we say thank you. Thank you, God, for this infinite source, for this light of all, the Christ light within us, and the knowing of that light in every tradition. We open our heart, mind, and being to feel the power of this now moment where we are unified with that one source, that creative spark, known by many, many names and teachings. There are thousands of names for God, and yet we feel the power of this now moment, experiencing the way that we commune with the God of our understanding. And we say yes. Yes to celebrating that one life, that one love, the power of this universe that comes through every moment of wisdom and every experience of divine strength that brings us to this day. And we give thanks for every one of our children and our teachers in the back and all of those that are serving in this ministry so profoundly, so deeply, so committed and devoted to lifting and experiencing our oneness. And in this experience, we say thank you and yes. Yes, I'm willing to be a presence for love and light in this world. Yes, I know the truth of one and all as divine beings expressing as humanity. And so we are grateful. And we feel the flow of this infinite light moving through us right here and now, lifting and ascending us into higher vibration of light, and experiencing the beauty and the wonder of being at one with our beloved Spirit, with that truth of our being, and allowing ourselves to shine. And so we say, thank you, God. Together, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. And yes.
Thank you, Reverend Kyra. All right, it is time for announcements. Your Sunday e-bulletin was sent this morning, and it contains this week's announcements and all participation links. Please visit the connection table, which is here in the back of our sanctuary, to sign up, and please do sign up for our many events. All right, the first one has to do with Meals on Wheels. If you have items to donate for the Meals on Wheels holiday gift drive, please put them on the sign-up table in the back of the sanctuary. The last day to bring items for Meals on Wheels is Tuesday night, November 4th, so that's this Tuesday, at the Unity Women's Ministry event. And if you haven't picked up, there's some list on the back table there. If you still want to go out and grab something and get it here by Tuesday, please do that. Next, the Unity Men, they're going to also be gathering on November 4th. They're going to be gathering at Bada Bing Tuesday, November 4th. Isn't that a fun name? Bada Bing, yeah. I don't know that place, but now I really want to check it out. But they gather at 6:30 for food and fellowship, and see John Martinez right over here for directions. All right, so Tuesday, November 11th, a week from this Tuesday, is Veterans Day. So if you have a veteran you would like to honor, please email their picture, branch, and rank, 3 things, picture, branch, and rank, to our beautiful Miss Ellen Rogers at ellenrog@gmail.com to include them in our special email. Next. Have you all been reading Divine Audacity? Yes, isn't it amazing? And there's still copies of the book in the bookstore if you haven't gotten one. The author of Divine Audacity, Linda Martella Whitsett, will be our guest speaker on Sunday, November 16th. Her talk is titled, Dare to Be the Light of the World. At 12:30, after the service, she will offer a workshop, Discover Your Power, Claim Your Wholeness, and Heal Your Life. Learn to powerfully distinguish between I feel and I am. Heal at the level of thought and pivot between intellectual and intuitive wisdom. Suggested exchange is $44. No one will be turned away. There's a sign-up sheet in the back on the table for this. RSVPs are greatly appreciated. It really helps our speakers know how many people are coming. So please RSVP if you're planning on coming. And then finally, Oh my gosh, I missed last week. I was out of town and I walked over to the wall, and it just gets better and better every week, and we have more coming today. And we're going to be hosting a lovely art reception for all of our Divine Audacity 12 Powers art. It's going to be on a Wednesday, November 19th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Bring your friends, bring your family, let people come and see the amazing art that our congregants have created. The auction is going to open on November 16th, and it's going to close on November 23rd. So at the auction, we get to bid for these beautiful pieces. All right. So now, please join me for our vision, mission, values, and affirmation. Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of a shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is to inspire minds, awaken hearts, and empower lives through the teachings of Jesus Christ and other expressions of universal truth. In all that we are, in all that we live, we value unconditional love, connection, authenticity, inclusivity, trust, and compassion. We are a living, relevant spirituality now. And back to Ellen and Art.
Please rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me know that love is all around. 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 Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me know that love will heal us all. Let me know that love will heal us all. Let me know that love will heal us all. Let me know that love will heal us all. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Wow. Welcome again, everyone. Thank you for being here and for sharing your unique energy and your personality with us. I have a test question. By a show of hands, who is enjoying the cooler weather? Yeah, you can tell by the giddiness this morning, right? Yeah, see, that was easy. Now, if you're here for the very first time, please raise your hand so that we may welcome you. We have one here, we have 3 over here. Welcome. So glad you're here. Together, let's share our welcoming blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. You may have received a brochure and a sticker. I'm seeing some red hearts, so I'm guessing they did. If you're here and you're new and you didn't get one, please raise your hand and an usher will bring those to you. If you fill out the brochure with your information and turn it into our welcome table in the back corner after the service, you can choose a special gift of your choosing. And for our first-time online viewers, you can connect with us through Messenger or on our Facebook page, and you also get to choose a special gift. We'd love to connect you to our unique events and show you what we mean when we say, we are living relevant spirituality now. Beautiful. Now let's center inward for a reading of today's daily word. Today's daily word is remembrance. The affirmation is, I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Today, I remember life is eternal as I honor my dear ones who have passed. I send love and light to those who have enriched my life. My heart beams with love and gratitude as I cherish the memories I hold so dearly. I honor and reflect on the relationships that have meant so much to me. I open my heart, allowing myself to feel the tenderness of my emotions. I sense my relatives' love, a reminder their presence is alive in my heart. I visit my memories in the stillness, grateful for the time we spent together. My beloved's love, wisdom, and strength are in me. As I remember these special ones, their memory will be a blessing that transcends time and space. And from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 22, verse 19, then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, this is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush upon us. I see joy in each face. Truly the presence of the Lord is in this place.
This is a time of, we call this group, our group prayer time, and we take this energy of all of us here gathered today, along with the prayers that we have here, that the prayer chaplains each week have been praying for, and me as a prayer chaplain, the honor to do that. And here as a group, we look within our hearts and we connect, and we think of those people that are dear to our hearts right now, that we cherish. Or maybe someone you don't even know, someone's asked you to help pray for them or someone else. So we take this moment to whisper those, put that power of our whispering voices, that vibration, or the vibration, if we say them in our hearts of those, we take a few seconds to do that now. Take a deep breath, connect, we say them. And to this we say, Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Ronnie. And let's take a moment now that we're in this prayer state to move even further into a time of meditation, where we quiet the outer mind and we turn within and open to that inner awareness of the divine life, the divine light, the divine love and wisdom and strength that are within us. We deepen our faith and open to align our will to that one will, to know that we are one with this infinite source. And we say thank you. As we connect to every ancestor and all of those that have gone before, and we give our gratitude for the life that brought us to life, the life that has brought this world to where it is today, for us to claim a new way of being and open to that which is lifting and nurturing love, kindness, and compassion in our world. And we open to our own heart and our high heart. We quiet the mind and allow ourselves to be at one with this infinite source, feeling that gratitude in our soul. We give thanks for Mother Earth and every creature of the sea and the land and the waters of the world and the skies and everything that flies and that slithers and crawls and everything that swims and everything that walks upon this earth, including every human being. We open to feel the power of love, that they may ignite the spark of their own being, knowing the truth of who they are, and be set free to live in love and peace and harmony. And as we feel this move into our being, we unify with every plant and every mineral upon this earth, and with all of creation that is creating anew right here and now. When we settle into a quiet space within, where we allow Spirit's voice to be the one that moves and touches into the wisdom of our soul and guides and illuminates our being as we move into the silence. And as we feel the power of this presence moving through us and lighting us up from the inside, we relax into this moment, knowing we can trust the divine in us to guide and nurture us here and now, and to guide and nurture and bless our loved ones and families and all of those that have gone before and all those that will come. And we are grateful, grateful, grateful. And from this sacred place, we open our heart and our mind to share together these words of the Lord's Prayer for an Aramaic translation. Together, beloved oneness, breathing life of all, holy is our essence. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire acts with ours and vibrates light to form. Fulfill this day all need for bread and insight. Forgiveness releases us, and we remember wholeness. We are free from inner and outer deception and walk your path with joy. You are the power of these truths, and unite my words, thoughts, feelings, and actions through this prayer. In gratitude, my heart knows it is so. Amen. And yes.
There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, Call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But difference only dangerous when in the heart we forget we're all the same. We'll remember once we open our eyes and see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, and it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. It's the moment of creation, it's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness, it's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration, it's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations, it's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for a love that is most deep. It's one power, it's one power, it's one power, it's what we are. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power.
One of my favorites. Thank you, Ellen and Art. Of course, I say that a lot, don't I? One of my favorites. I did cry. She thinks she's done her job if she makes me cry, which isn't hard to do, right? But she does it well. That was beautiful. And I really do love that song because it brings forth the truth that we are each here to be the light in the world, to be in that divine audacity that we're studying about right now, that is willing to shine our light in the midst of what appears to be challenges in the world, what appears to be all kinds of different things at this moment. And yet, what is it for us to be in this divine audacity? This book that we're studying by Linda Martello Whitsitt, and I highly recommend it, truly takes you into an awareness of these different powers or the lights of our being and the attributes that they carry when we bring them into a higher realization. We bring them into Christ consciousness or divine awareness, and as a result, then we start to live from a higher place, activating all these 12 powers in us, not in an earthly way, but in our spiritual truth, in knowing the truth within us. And so I love this series, and what we started with, the first week, we really looked at our foundations in alignment. That how are those foundations? And they begin with faith and understanding and our will and aligning that to a higher truth. And then we spoke last week about the creative spark. We really looked at our imagination, and we looked at our zeal and the power that is within us, that when it is spiritual power, how it transforms our lives and our world. And this week we're moving into this next series of these on, before I go there, I want to say, what is divine audacity? I've been keeping this quote up because I think it's so powerful to reactivate our understanding. Divine audacity is fearless overcoming of only human tendencies in order to do or say that right thing, that which unifies, harmonizes, strengthens, or uplifts. And with divine audacity, you dare to be the light of the world. Jesus said, you are the light of the world. Most of us have, denied that part. Well, he is, but what about me? I don't know that I can claim that. And yet what we're here is to be audacious enough to claim a higher truth and live for it in the face of what the world would tell us in other ways. Many of us have grown up with stories that say, somehow I'm not enough, or who am I to be that? Oh, that's arrogant of me to be the light of the world. And yet what we're really called to at this time more than ever is to live according to that higher light and claim that truth, because no one can claim it for you. We can tell you you are that, but until you are in agreement and alignment with it and open to that reality, it will be there, but it won't be shining as audaciously and as brightly as what you're capable of. And that's what we're calling forth for everyone here. So as we go into this day, we're really working with the harmonies of the heart. These three particular powers that we're working with today are love, wisdom, and what am I missing? And strength, of course. See, my artists know because we're going to reveal their art very soon. Thank you, Dawn. I was wearing the color of strength today. Yeah. And so the harmonies of the heart are really that place where we begin to recognize these sacred capacities in us that bind creation together and bring it to a higher level. So we're going to begin and recognize that love magnifies and unifies, and wisdom illuminates and guides, and strength grounds and sustains us. And together they harmonize both our heart and our mind and our will so that our Christ light can move through us with compassion, with clarity, and with courage. And when we do this, love that we recognize is not the love of this world that we're taught, that seems very fickle at times. Anybody experience that fickle kind of love in your life, right? It feels like it's here and then it's gone, or we feel it within ourselves. And that's not what we're talking about. Love is a principle. It is a divine gift. It is a divine love that is given to us, and that we are that. It is the very basis of our being. And when we begin to live from that kind of a love, of recognition that that love is fueling us, it is harmonizing not only our own lives, but the way we see the world and the way we interact with it. When that love happens, it creates a magnetic energy within us. It's magnetizing and drawing us into right relationship with all of life. See, the divine in us that knows this truth of love is always vibrating and moving us to a better and better and better life. It's always trying to bring forth more harmony and peace and love and goodness into the world. But it does require us being willing to recognize that I am that love. I am the love of the divine in expression right here and right now. No matter what I'm feeling, whether I've got a pain in my body or a pain in my heart, or whether I am feeling alone in some way or seeking a sense, it doesn't matter what's going on. I am that love. And when I can begin to know that, then it moves beyond that place of being a sentiment to have that principle harmonizing and healing. It starts to heal those parts of us that have felt fragmented, that have felt separate from the divine. Because love is a harmonizing and healing power. And so when we start to understand this, we look at there are attributes of each of these powers we're working with. So love has 3 attributes, as they all do in this series. And so the first one of this is attraction. Don't you love that magnet attracting the whole universe there? Yeah. It is drawing to us. So the attraction power of love is that it's drawing to us that which is aligned with our true purpose. So no matter what, we are living into our purpose, whether we realize it through our mind or not. When we open our heart, by being here, first of all, we're already harmonizing and magnetizing that kind of a love that has us being a purpose. It's not about doing a purpose, it's about being a purpose of the universe. And the universe has a purpose for your life and your light. And so then as we begin to open to this attraction power, then what happens, we start attracting even more of what we love and what we experience as something that is ours to do and ours to, not really even to do, but it's ours to be. Who am I called to be according to the love inside of me? Am I willing to be loving in the face of a difficult situation? There are so many examples in our world where people have had horrific experiences and turned around and have written books, have created foundations, who have brought forth love in an even greater way and demonstrated that love goes beyond what we would say of how we're supposed to act in the world, or we think we are, or whatever cuts off someone else. Because what we've done is make human love something where we have a fear we're going to lose it, right? Or a fear that it's not enough, or somehow it's not going to be there. And then we either cut off people because they scare us, right? You guys don't even think that's funny? Yeah. You're way too serious in here right now. All right. But we do that. We cut off somebody because we're fearful of the fact that, oh, if I get their love, am I going to hang on to it? Can I trust it? Right? So we have all these ways. Or we just shut down our hearts because it's way too sensitive, because many of us have grown up as empaths. How many in here know yourself as an empath? Meaning you're sensitive to the energies and to the awareness a lot. Okay. And as many of us were not taught to even understand, what does it mean I'm an empath, right? And it's about our feeling all the feelings of the world and all the experiences, and it was overwhelming to us when we were young. So many of us shut down that love, that flow of love, because we felt we had to do that to create safety. And yet the most powerful thing we can do is to open our true love stream and allow it then to magnetize and move through us in ways that then harmonize all the circumstances and situations of our life. So that attracting power is that when I truly am open to that divine love that is the guide and the doer in me, then, because I'm not the doer, the infinite in me is the doer, the God in me is the doer. So when that happens, then all of a sudden we start attracting what we see with eyes of love. We see things differently. We experience ourselves in relationship differently to the world. And so we want to understand that this attracting power is fulfilling a purpose by transforming us from the inside out. Now the second one in this love is, no, keep it on the other one, sorry, is the second part of this is harmony. You know, harmony is balancing the differences through compassion and cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation, Amy. And you know, it's balancing that there are differences out in our world, or how we see things. I'm going to see things differently than you're going to see them, right? We're going to experience the world differently from our internal experience. And yet, there is a harmony when I can hold more than one thing as true. How many of us have said, oh, it's black or white, it's this or that, and what we've done is we've created division, we've created separation. And we see a lot of that going on in our country. When the truth is, this life and infinite life and spiritual life is about a both and. The Christ consciousness in us always rises us to see things from a higher perspective that makes the circle bigger for everyone, right? That we don't cut someone out of the circle, we make the circle bigger. And if my view is not big enough to encompass and embrace, then I get to take a look at how do I come to a place of including everyone with harmony in my life. It doesn't mean I have to agree with all of them. I don't have to do that. So this is a key. I don't have to agree to still include them in a harmonic that allows them to be who they're being and open the field for them to do them, all right? And for me to hold a space of a love that will transform and transcend all differences. That's what we're doing. That's the harmony. And the third part of this, of love, is unity. That when we start to come to a place of realizing there's only one here, there's one God, there's one presence, it's presenting itself in a myriad of ways, right? And yet at the same time to know that we're all part of the one. I cannot do something to you without also doing it to myself. And when I begin to understand there's a unity consciousness that's available to me, and that when I bring love on board, I begin to unify. I begin to see that unity. I find a new way of viewing and understanding the circumstances and situation that maybe I have judged in the past in a particular way. This is about, the healing power and finding the presence that is available and expressing through all. Now, the second power we're working with today is wisdom. I love this. Don't you love wisdom? Some of us have come to it through a lot of different experiences, right, in our lives. We've come to wisdom, right, not because it was just, we automatically came in with it. I think some kids nowadays are coming in with more wisdom than others. They know absolutely who they are, and they're not budging an inch from it, right? And I have a great niece who, I mean to tell you, she is more confident at 5 years old than maybe almost like Annetta. Annetta's kind of like that too. But that we have kids coming in nowadays that are expressing a wisdom, a knowing of themselves in very profound ways. But we've come to wisdom because wisdom is the place where we have, first attribute is intuition. Right? We have an inner knowing, and when we listen to that inner knowing, it wisely moves us forward. It helps us to know things. Because sometimes we can sit in a situation and we see the situation and it doesn't mirror what we're feeling inside, what we know to be true. Kids are marvelous with this because they're like, why'd you just say that? That's not what you're up to. They will call us out, right? But our own inner knowing comes from spirit. And when we allow ourselves to live into our intuition and begin to open to that, we begin to find that there's this illuminating power of discernment that helps guide our lives. And as we do that, it's the divine wisdom that is coming through to guide us in ways that will bring harmony and peace again into our world. So wisdom actually perceives truth beyond the appearances that are out here, right? That we see beyond what this looks like, and we go to something further. Hey, would someone be willing to turn the air down just a little? I know somebody was cold, but I don't know, anybody else warm? It's really warm. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay, we're going to change that. I've got the intuitive knowing that we need to. And so it also recognized that what is going to be for the highest good in this situation. We see beyond those appearances to something greater. And it's the Christ mind in each one of us. We have the Christ mind in us that can guide and fulfill our higher. It joins together with understanding and love So that when we're making judgment about something, we're evaluating from a different place, from a loving, compassionate place in our lives. And, because we have the tendency when we're growing up is that at first, the ego likes to take over, and we like to blame. Right? Well, wait, no, that's not, we become victims, and we blame others, and we blame the world, and we blame the circumstances, and we blame the situation, and it keeps us disempowered and in victim consciousness. And what we are being called to in the wisdom of our soul is to rise above that and start to apply these different attributes of wisdom, because the second one is discernment. Now, discernment is really seeing what is real in the midst of the appearances. So when we just see it, then we can begin to, don't you notice when you recognize something going on that maybe you didn't discern before? That if I discern that my friend that is acting all bitey for a moment is going through a difficult moment in their life. And that is a sense of fear or feeling insecure in some way, and that if I see beyond what's being presented in this moment, I respond to the real need of the moment, not to the appearance right then. And I discern that there's something more for me to do, to give the power of wisdom here by loving them right where they are, right? Loving them more rather than tending to want to push away because of their bitiness, right? That's a nice word for it. The third part of wisdom is judgment. Now, this is not a righteous judgment in that I am more righteous than you are, but it's a righteous judgment in choosing the right way of thinking, the right way of being, the right way of bringing forth a divine awareness and understanding. And again, it's about love. Love will soften. Have you noticed that when you are looking at someone with love, you soften your eyes? Just notice if you haven't noticed that before. We were talking about my dog adores me, and I adore my dog. And my dog is the reincarnation of another dog I had for 18 years, so I know him, her for a long time. And Brody looks at me with this incredible love, and Buddy looks and he says, that dog loves you so much, adores you, and just looks at you that way. And how many of us, when we start to have right judgment, we're looking with eyes of love. We're seeing what's truly there in the midst of something that may appear differently. We have understanding of the situation. So wisdom incorporates all of these different qualities. Now, the third of our attributes today we're working with, our powers, let's say our powers that have attributes, those powers or the lights within us is strength. And strength is a very important light in our being, because to harmonize our heart, we need to also feel the strength in us to handle life's circumstances. We need to feel the power of that spiritual strength that is guiding us in every moment. See, the power of strength gives us the endurance and the stability to have the kind of experience that continues to bring forth the divine into the situation even when it doesn't seem to make a difference. Have you had those times you feel like you're holding the divine light, and nothing seems to be changing yet? Maybe because it first has to change within us. It first has to be a place where we feel and know the truth of that divine strength in us that will take us through every circumstance and situation. And sometimes we struggle, we get anxious, we don't know, am I going to be able to handle this? And yet I go, it's not me. My strength is a divine strength. It's a God strength. It's a Christ mind strength, or however you want to say that, the light of the world in me. It's the infinite, bringing its awareness through. And when I have that, then I have spiritual stamina, right? It's not about me being strong enough. I have spiritual stamina. And I keep choosing truth in the midst of every circumstance and situation. And I then gently and consistently choose that truth, right? So how is it I do that gently with myself and with others? And I see the strength in others. And when I see the strength in another, I'm supporting them in knowing the truth of their own divine ability. So what happens is we hold that strength and we hold the stamina of holding truth over and over and over again, regardless of what occurs. Regardless of what occurs. This is an important thing. I know I've been through many circumstances in my own life, and I know you have too, where sometimes, you know, the appearance of what is painful, right? And it doesn't look like what we wanted to have happen, or it doesn't look like how we think it's supposed to have happened. And yet what we can do is if we go into, okay, now they're all cold, so it's gone too far. Thank you, Jean, for your willing, flexible strength. So I'm watching everybody pull out their sweaters. I feel better, though. But I want y'all to be comfortable, too, just not asleep. So in this, is that when we really hold and say, I know the strength that you have. What does that do if somebody says to you, I see the circumstance you're in, but I know the strength that you have and how amazing you are in working with that situation and bringing forth higher good. What happens inside of us is we begin to vibrate. We get uplifted by one another when we are seen for our strength, not our weakness. None of us want to be held in a position of how we've been sometime in the past when we weren't at our best. We want to be held with the truth of who we are in this moment and the strength that we have to be able to fulfill anything that is ours to be and do. And to know that that strength includes healing the body. It includes healing the emotions. It means rising through all the circumstances of life that get thrown at us. But we are stronger because we have the stamina and strength of a spiritual essence, of a divine love, of a divine wisdom, of the strength in us that creates both a strong grounding and a flexibility. So the idea of these three in strength are stability is one of the key pieces. That we have the stability to stay in the calm and hold the balance for things. We're rooted in the divine. So we're feeling presence and purpose in every moment of our lives. And then we have courage. We have a fearless heart to act upon the truth as we know it. So how do I show up and share love and be love? And I am here with wisdom and I'm willing to act according to what's inspired at a higher level within me. That strength is very different than I'm doing something out of anger or, that I'm in something in a different way. When we have strength, there's a stability to it that comes from a divine knowing. And along with that is courage. We have the fearless heart to act upon our truth. So that courage comes through even when my knees are shaking. Right? I remember when I was young and I was having to learn how to do terminations of someone, and I would go into a full-on sweat. My neck and my ears would turn red, and I knew, but I wanted to have the most loving experience I could have with someone in that situation, and honor the truth that if I didn't see them as right in this position, that it wasn't going to support them in their life either. And what I was really doing was uplifting and supporting them in finding what was right for them. But oh boy, it was tough to have the courage, to have the heart to speak into that with someone and hold the space while I'm sweating, while I've got, I'm bright red, my knees are knocking, and yet what I knew was each time I developed that courage to speak truth, to be loving in my way of being, that I grew stronger in my courage. And so we can do hard things. We can do hard things. And when we have courage and know that that courage is of the divine in me gives me the courage to love someone through a circumstance that seems unbearable, right? And yet we do it. And so the last one is perseverance in this, the third attribute of strength, because it's something you can't just do once and be done. It's not a one and done. Perseverance means we practice, we do it again, we work with it, we get better and better at it as we go, but we don't give up. They often say, don't stop before the miracle. You know, that things, there's all of a sudden, you'll be right before the miracle and, oh, wait, I'm done with this. Well, wait, you know, it's coming. You got to have perseverance through it. And so that's a steady fold. So these are the three attributes that are going to bring a harmony to your heart and transform how you live in relationship to yourself and to the world. And we hope that each and every one of you become audacious enough to say, I am the light of the world. This is what Jesus said to you. You are the light of the world. And most of us, we take some of what Jesus said to heart. Some of it we're like, well, he must have been talking to somebody else. You know. All right, will you affirm with me, I am the light of the world together? I am the light of the world. And know that truth and bring it forth with that strength and with that wisdom and with love. And as you do so, you will become aware of how much the universe and all of life begins to harmonize with you to bring all that is meant to be for you to live an outstanding life. And I wish that for each and every one of you. God bless you, friends. Okay. We have got some art reveals to do today. Are you ready? All right. Lindy Sherman, come on up. Where'd Lindy go? Did she go hiding? There she is. She's the light of the world right here. So Lindy, let me tell you a little about Lindy first of all. This first piece of art is dedicated to the power of love. And Lindy's painting represents the green heart chakra. It's her newest creation. And she's done some commission projects in the past, and most of her art was done for more personal fulfillment and for sharing with friends and family. And she and her previous husband, Steve Cohen, owned art supply stores and galleries in New Bern, North Carolina for a few years, and where local artists frequently taught classes. And while Lindy is largely self-taught, she's always taken classes and workshops whenever possible, and nature has always inspired her. And it again played a part in the creation of this painting for this auction. And so I'm going to invite you. She's also traveled around the world and brings all kinds of vision into this. So, Lindy, you want to tell us about your painting? Do you want to tell us, or you want to reveal it first?
Let's show it first.
Let's reveal it first. Okay, this is the painting on love. I'm going to get out of the way so you guys can see it. Beautiful. Tell us about it, Lindy.
Okay, well, first of all, let me breathe. Like you always tell us to do, just breathe. I feel very fortunate to have been able to choose the light of love for my painting. And listening to you talk about it earlier, it's just like, wow, what an honor. Yes?
Go to the microphone if you would. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think the pink heart is a universal representation for love. God is love in everybody and everything. The qualities of this seventh power are magnetism, represented by the swirl of the heart, and harmony, as seen with the bars of color.
I love that.
And they stand together in unity.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Lindy. This is beautiful. And we'll be getting these on display next. And thank you for being one of the artists donating your art to us.
My pleasure.
We love it. All right, John. We've got John Martinez. And John is giving us something unique today that we don't have in any of our other art pieces, is he's bringing photography. And so John, let me tell you first of all, he's a lifelong nature enthusiast whose photography reflects a deep appreciation for the outdoors and the natural rhythms of the world around him. While his professional background was in civil construction, his personal life has always revolved around time spent hiking, camping, cycling, gardening, and observing the details of the natural world. If you've eaten one of his papayas, you understand his ability in gardening. His gardening at home is both a retreat and a source of inspiration, an extension of some of the same connection to life and the natural order he draws inspiration from. In addition to his love of nature, John has a long-standing passion for rhythm and music. He's quite a drummer. He owns several African drums and other instruments he enjoys playing for their meditative, uplifting qualities. And just as he finds peace in attuning to the pulse of life and harmony in nature, he finds photography as a means to preserve the fleeting moments of time that speak to him. This event, he's gonna tell you about. So
Yeah.
you want to see it first, or you want to talk about it
I
first?
want to talk about it a little bit, and I have my cheat sheet also.
Okay, good.
So it's interesting, when Kyra first had her meeting talking about the different art forms that we were going to be able to show this time, I knew exactly what I was going to do. My piece is a nature photograph, and I had taken some pictures almost a year earlier before that meeting, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. It was the candlestick plants. They're beautiful. They're just a beautiful plant. They're yellow. And I knew that's what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how I was going to tie in wisdom to that. But I knew that I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it. So the pictures that I originally took from my yard didn't work out. They weren't what I was looking for. So when the candlestick started to bloom in September, I spent almost every day that I could taking photographs, looking for the perfect one. Ultimately, I picked one that came out of the sanctuary, the living sanctuary. So I had 4 different prints made on 4 different photographic papers from 3 different photo labs of 2 different choices that I had come up with. So it was fun to do. And how that tied into wisdom? Well, for me, this photograph represents the innate wisdom of nature, which allows it to fulfill its purpose. We also have an innate wisdom within us, because wisdom is more than the accumulation of knowledge, information, and experience. And the more we allow ourselves to be in harmony and in alignment with the creative forces of the universe, the easier it becomes for wisdom to express itself through us. And so this is what I have.
And so here we are. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much, John. We appreciate this great gift of your photography. And but next is our beautiful Dawn Davis. And Dawn Davis is going to come on up, Dawn, and I'll tell you a little bit about Dawn. Jewel Davis had the power of strength, and she's known as Dawn Davis. She's a multi-talented artist, meditation leader, healer, and longtime Unity member and prayer chaplain. She's been recognized in exhibit at the prestigious Troy Estate Gallery. She has won numerous awards for her heart, which merges for creativity with your healing power of color. Dawn's work is inspired, all of her art is inspired by her personal journey towards self-discovery and healing. And she is as vibrant color palettes and expressive brush strokes to create powerful, emotive pieces. She uses all of those. She is passionate about helping others find peace and balance through her art, her meditation, her teachings, and healing modalities, and infuses this mission and this into every piece that she makes. So let's hear from Dawn about hers. Do you want us to reveal it? Or you
Yes, let's reveal.
Okay. Very exciting.
So ever since I can remember, just even that first time I put a paintbrush in my hand, it just was an inner knowing, a sense that I'd felt that before. it just felt right, and working with paint was wonderful. I started doing that with drawing as a kid, took me away, drawing horses and dancers, ballet dancers, and dogs. And drawing the horses so long manifested me a horse. So, and then as life went on, I studied art. I studied painting and photography in Germany, which I lived there for 3 years, and then later in Switzerland. And when I came back to Dallas, I also studied photography a little longer and won awards and worked in photography as a photographer. But since I've been here for many years now, it's been all about painting. And this particular one, I always love doing this. I love being around other artists. I love being around other metaphysicians because I immediately just feel the love and the connection. Strength connected with me. At first, I didn't think it was gonna. I was like, I want love. No, I want faith. No, wisdom. And then I got strength. And I thought, what am I gonna do with that? Okay. I walked out the door the day we were kind of assigned or chose our different ones. I walked out the door, and before I even hit the car, this idea came to me, and I don't know where I heard it, probably from my grandmother or some metaphysical teacher eons ago. I had heard this story about the willow tree blowing in the wind, and that the willow, because it bends and because it's flexible and moves, that it stands in the wind. It's not destroyed by the wind. But the mighty oak that stands so rigid and tall and strong breaks in the wind. And I remembered that too because of my yard during the hurricane. I had like 5 oak trees and they all went over. And so I saw this beautiful willow tree, and then I saw a lion underneath, and I thought courage, because strength, one of the attributes is courage. And so then you've got the stability and the strength of this tree. And everybody knows, as I've led meditation groups forever, stability is the number one thing. I said, we don't go straight to the to the crown chakra. We start with our foundation, getting stable, getting centered, getting grounded. And so that's what the willow tree in this scene reminds me of. And I saw it fully formed by the time I got in my car. I was sitting there and I could see what I was going to paint. And it's amazing how many times this stuff just comes to me as a picture. So then I saw the spiral representing not only sort of the breeze or this sort of windy day blowing the tree still standing sturdy and stable because it moves. And that's what strength is about. And what she talks about is that it is a spiritual strength that bends and moves and is flexible. And the spiral, I love putting sacred geometry into my work. It represents the breeze, but also the idea that spirit is in this. This is a spiritual movement and message of strength. So there it is.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Appreciate you bringing your art. Now, Dan asked not to come up because he's got art being revealed every single week. So he said, you don't have to bring me back up, but let's reveal some of the new art by Dan Bridges as well. And this one is the nebula called Heart Nebula. So, all right, this one is called Seahorse. Oops. This is the top. Let me show you the right way. You can see the seahorse in it. And then this one is called, let me give you the right name, it's Wildcat. Can't you see that in there? So these will be also available. So we'll be working with getting all these displayed, and we'll reveal the last of our art next week. And thank you all. What we would like to do as we go forward at this moment is, let's see, what's next? Oh, we want to remind you that the art reception is November 19th. Please bring friends, family. We'll have all the art displayed, and we'll have it all up for auction, and it'll be fabulous. We'll be closing the auction on Sunday, the 23rd, during our feast after the service. So that's when we'll close that out. Right now, it's time to take our offerings in our hand. Oh, yeah. Did any of you see this on Friday? I think that we were having a wonderful time celebrating. What I would like to do is say thank you in this time of November when we really honor that this is a time of gratitude. We are grateful for each of you and the gifts that you bring. Your physical gifts, your financial gifts, your presence, your light, your service, all the ways that you give of yourself. And we feel such gratitude for each and every one of you that allow us to be here and do what we do. So let's take a moment, take our gifts into our hands, and say thank you. Thank you for every gift, for every giver. And we know there are many ways you can give here in Unity, and we're grateful for each one. So let's just say our affirmation together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Keep on moving, don't stop like the hands of time. Click, clock, find your own way to stay. The time will come one day. As people, we choose to live our lives this way. Keep on moving. Keep on moving, don't stop though. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. You got to keep on moving, don't stop though. Keep on moving. It's our time today. The right time is here to stay. Stay in my life always. Yellow is the color of sun rays. I hide myself from no one. I know the time will surely come when be in my life always. Yellow is the color of sun rays. Keep on moving and don't stop. Rock the hands of time. Yeah, you got to keep on moving. The time will come one day. I know the time today. Walking alone in my own way. Extremely cold, the rainy day. Friends that I have found along the way. And I hide myself from no one. And I know the time will surely come when you be in my life always. Yellow is the color of sun rays. Keep on moving, don't stop. Keep on moving, don't stop. Oh, keep on moving. You gotta keep on moving. Oh, 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 oh. The time will come one day. Yeah. Oh, oh.
Thank you, Ellen and Art. And we are going to take our prayer requests and hand and heart along with our gifts, and we'll share together our offering blessing. We celebrate divine abundance. We gratefully live, breathe, and experience abundance and generosity. Thank you, God, for the flow of resources through our ministry to bless the world. We rejoice as all our prayers are answered. We are grateful, blessed, and prosperous. Thank you, God, and so it is. Thank you for sharing us on the social media of your choice. Let's rise to, I'm supposed to tell you, Unity Potluck Feast is on the 23rd. We're going to have a sign up for everybody to bring food that they want to bring, and that is always a fabulous time. And we look forward to that. Let's rise for our prayer for protection and peace song. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience, as we know we're extra long during these times of art reveals, but they're so worth it. Yeah. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And let's join together for our peace song.